Cruncher is our North American Protoss spawning in the right top side of the map. Perhaps his last match in the NASL Season 3. And Fnatic aLive is our Korean IPL 4 champion spawning in the left bottom side as the Red Terran. Are we going to see a double Rex opening once more, or perhaps he's going to do something different because he knows that Cruncher is not just the type of Protoss that always goes for a 1-gate fast expand?
I think he's going to go double Rex again.
You want to make a bet?
$10.
Okay, I'll take it because I don't think he's going to go double Rex. Not straight away, of course.
I bet you he builds 2 barracks in this game.
Please, Mac aLive. Please, Mac.
We'll see. He's already up to 12 supply, and he hasn't built anything, so it's looking pretty good for your prediction already, Kev.
Cruncher once more going for the quick scout ban. Cruncher, one of the few Protosses that I see on this level that scouts with that still scouts on 9.
Damn it, Kev. I think we're going to see Command Center first.
That's like the opposite of double Rex.
$10 down the drain. This is why I'm such a bad gambler. Why do you let me do this? You're supposed to be my friend. You're supposed to look out for me and be like, no, Ben, stop throwing your money away.
I don't think he's going to be able to. Well, yeah, I guess what are you really going to do? Block it with a pylon?
Block the Command Center. Ah, there you go, Cruncher.
He's actually going to do it.
The joke's actually on you, Cruncher. Command Centers can fly.
Yeah, I was like being sarcastic, but maybe it's just temporary. He might cancel it. I think it would be pretty smart if he cancels it. aLive seems to be quite upset though. Where is the Command Center? He's going to build it over here in the corner. Did the Cruncher scout it yet? No, he didn't scout it yet.
He's might kill an SCV though. Ah!
He could have actually
taken got it, man.
Yeah, he could have taken the fight. He was afraid of the other one. But I think that other one would have only got 1 hit left.
I think he's coming back.
I know you want it. Cruncher's going to get it. $5 he's going to get it. No,
okay, deal.
No deal.
No, I said deal.
No deal.
What?
Okay, you have it. Yes, the SCV does stay alive. aLive
2 racks.
No,
$15 for me.
No, that doesn't count. You know it.
Oh damn.
Crunch is still on single gate over here on the right top side of this map. I do think he's going to follow it up with a Nexus ban. He knows exactly what's going on. Unless he wants to 4-gate. If he chrono boosts out the first Stalker ban, I think he might be able to keep this pylon alive.
Maybe you're right.
It's gonna. I don't know actually. Well, build time Marine. No, he's gonna open up with a Zealot right now. If he would have done that before, if he would have rallied the Zealot across the map straight away, then I think he would have been able to keep that pylon alive with the reinforcing Stalker.
I think he should have just built 2 more gateways in aLive's natural.
I don't think he should have done that.
Yeah, I mean, it's like proxy Stalker, and you just like rally right there to the ramp.
Yeah, but I
think it would work.
Well, you could have built a gate here indeed. Now you're at it. I don't think aLive scouted this for a very long time. First Marine, that would have been a funny strat, and it would have actually been brilliant. If there's no Stalker, you're actually gonna win with us. If there's no bunker, I mean, you could potentially win the game with 1 Stalker. As soon as the 2 or 3 Stalkers, the bunker will never go up. Oops. But that's a scenario we don't have to worry about, Ben. What is Cruncher going to do? I don't really get the follow-up, Ben. Seems like he wants to expand now after all, but why did he get the 2nd gate before the Nexus?
I wish I could tell you, Kev. I think Cruncher just goes his own way, man. This is the Cruncher build. Nexus does go ahead and go down, though. Maybe we'll see another double expand.
Yeah, that might be something. Or maybe he wants to go for a little bit of 2-gate instead of 3-gate pressure normally. If aLive doesn't have a bunker yet, Cruncher might be able to do something. He's been mining a lot of gas, at least for this phase in the game, considering the fact that he's still fast expanding. So Cruncher, what you gonna do with all that gas? All that gas?
Man, that's like the theme song for our broadcast.
Huh?
What you gonna do with all that gas?
All that gas inside your
base?
Trunk?
All that gas inside your Nexus? That's where they take the gas, right?
Yeah, basically.
I mean, it makes sense. Do you think a Nexus is like you think there's signs inside the Nexus that says like do not light a match because that could be really like volatile?
I think so.
You think
no, I think aliens are very smart. They know that. They don't use fire anymore.
I love the little boxes that they carry the gas in. It's like this little force field box.
Looks pretty awesome. Stargate, man, is being warped in by Cruncher, and that's one choice that I really don't understand. Unless Cruncher is just really hoping, like blindly, please follow this up with Cloaked Banshee, so I can blind counter you with Phoenix and also get a robotics facility and then get an observer out. Against anything else, it's this target opening is super bad, because as soon as aLive is gonna have a reasonable amount of bio units on the map, he can literally walk across the map. As soon as he has stim, you're never ever going to be able to defend it, unless you somehow get a Colossus out in time. But there's always a small window where the bio army is too big for you to fight. Even if you have a single Colossus, you might still be in trouble. So I think Cruncher is killing himself over here, man.
Okay, this is potentially Cruncher's last match in the North American Star League. He's going 2-base carrier. That's the only explanation.
I hope so, man, but I've been in this scenario for a long time, because back in the days when everybody was 1-1-1ing, I really enjoyed playing Stargate, because I felt Stargate was excellent against 1-1-1. As soon as you have Phoenixes, Banshees are absolutely useless, and then you can actually get maybe a Ninja expand out, or you just get Colossus, and then in 1 base against 1 base you're going to be fine. But whenever I played against fast expand Terrans, and I certainly remember playing against Lucifron quite a few times, he always just rallied a couple of bio units to my natural, and I have absolutely nothing to defend, because Phoenixes are so expensive.
And as it stands, Cruncher's also going to be in a little bit of trouble. If aLive's making that same stim push, Kev. It's going to be finished in about a minute.
This one is a bit smaller than the previous one, only has a single Marauder. So with very good force field span and a Guardian Shield, actually I think Cruncher might be able to hold, because this is not the push I was talking about. I was talking about a bigger push than this. Maybe he just wants to scout for the third
units,
base.
Man. He's going to need like the best force fields ever. Like they've got to be perfect. Here we go. aLive's going to come right up the ramp, and Cruncher doesn't cast a single force field.
If he wipes into Zealots,
back up.
He can use the Phoenixes as well. He has 4 Phoenixes, man. This is so easy. Cruncher is going to be able to crush this push, just because this was not a push that aLive should have made.
Look at that. Those Phoenixes are going to prove to be pretty effective against these Marines, lifting each one of them up.
Oh, this is actually pretty good for Cruncher.
Yeah, good hold.
I mean, if people wonder right now, like, wow, I totally misread that. I really didn't misread that. I just didn't expect aLive to push out with an army like this. This was too small. He didn't have stim. That makes no sense. But then again, aLive didn't know he was playing against Phoenixes. I think the moment he knew, he would have played very different. And now this game might actually turn out not all that bad for Cruncher.
Phoenix is doing a little bit of harass on the factory of aLive.
But still, Ben, he's going to have to do a lot more. Phoenixes can be very effective. Oh, I don't think that was necessary.
aLive really didn't want to lose another SCV.
Yeah, but it's kind of inevitable. Actually, these Phoenixes barely have any energy. One Phoenix might fall. No. Cruncher's taking so much damage on his Phoenixes.
Hero of the day once again.
He's going to get charged now as well, so maybe he's going to follow this up with Archons.
Yeah, a little charge lot attack off of 2 bases, perhaps.
He's going for so many Phoenix, man. He's still building Phoenix. This is super uncharacteristic.
Cruncher's also stopped. Oh, no, never mind. I wasn't going to say
super uncommon is what I tried to say. I don't really know if this suits the personality or playstyle of Cruncher. I haven't really seen him do this. I think this is a super weird build order, but so far it turned out well. He's still down in economy though. And well, I don't really get it. I fail to see how Cruncher is going to win this game, man.
I don't know, man. I don't know what to tell you. I wish I had a good answer.
Like aLive knows now as well. He's like, okay, Phoenixes, well, they're not very good in the straight-up fight. So what if I'm just gonna sit back, build up my bio army? Sure, I'm definitely not gonna be able to drop you.
So he's like, this is the worst moment in the life of this SCV. Yes, I made it. Nope.
No, did not.
False alarm.
He did get a beautiful view over daybreak. I've heard it's a nice place.
It's beautiful. He sees the sunrise coming up over the earth.
Guys, check it out.
And then
Cruncher is lifting up a couple of Marines, but that's really not what you want to use your energy on. Now aLive is going to drop another additional command center.
No, Cruncher, why?
Oh, Phoenix survives. They didn't expect that Phoenix to survive. But all these Marauders, man, that's going to be the real... That's going to be the real deal. Once more, these Phoenixes are going to try to make something happen in the main base. We have a few missile turrets here. I like this one missile turret, protecting these Rexes, so every time units pop out, they won't die straight away. Cruncher, he's going to get high Templars, man. He didn't research Storm yet. He's going for the upgrades right now, Chron boosting upgrades out of those forges, but in a straight up fight, or in this moment, he stands no chance.
We'll see. If aLive waits too long and the upgrades finish up and the Archons come out, it could get a little bit harder.
But even then, I'm kind of worried. But we'll see. With Storm, of course, everything can be different. But like a more logical follow-up would have been Colossus, because then with the Phoenixes, you can also sort of protect your Colossus, because the Phoenix, they do deal with the Vikings as well. Not only do they kill them, but they can also absorb a lot of damage if the Terran miscontrols. That's nice. Picks up that one SUV. He's going to delay that base a little bit. He's going to try to pick off the Medavax, but he's losing 2 Phoenixes already. That's really... Ooh, might end up losing another one, though.
Somebody give missile turret guy a medal. He's working overtime today, Kev. Marines trying to catch these Phoenixes, but they're not having much luck. Third base going down for Cruncher. He's just using these Phoenixes for map control and sitting back.
And he's doing that pretty well so far. Storm is halfway done right now. Both upgrades going down in the Forge. So, I mean, Cruncher is definitely active with these Phoenixes. That's what I really like about his play. So he didn't make 6 Phoenix and then just did nothing with them. He's trying to be as active as possible. Ooh, has to be careful, so low in HP. But he will be able to pick up those 3 Marines as well. But Terrans with these Mules, man, they don't really care about losing a few Marines. That's not going to win you the war.
I keep pinging the map. I'm sorry, man. I don't know why that happens.
Might be able to pick up one more Medevac. Those are nice pickups because Medevacs are expensive. We only have 3 Medevacs on the field right now. First Vikings are starting to be produce 4 Vikings at once actually by aLive. I think aLive is expecting a Colossus transition, which is the normal transition, so maybe that's why Crunch's playstyle was smart.
Turns out Cruncher's breaking the metagame.
Yeah, he's just outsmarting us, man.
Going straight up to Storm, and he's going to have a lot of Storm ready, so...
Yeah.
I mean, at this point, aLive's waited too long, and Cruncher could win the big fight.
There's not a single ghost on the field either, and there's not even a Ghost Academy, so... I do agree with you, Ben, but the big problem is the Storm is going to be the majority of the damage output. Besides that, well, okay, he's actually getting really decent upgrades right now. Oh, there is actually a Ghost Academy and 5 ghosts at once now in production. I miss this Ghost Academy, and that's brilliant. Then I think Crunch is going to have a very tough time.
But it's still possible, Kev. Storm, the great equalizer.
One Phoenix did fall down there. Top Gun is here. Tom Cruise. I saw Mission Impossible, man. Mission Impossible 4. It's badass.
When did you watch that?
On the airplane. I didn't watch everything actually.
James Bond.
But there was a very attractive Russian hitman in it.
Hitwoman?
Assassin. Crunch is going to lose these pylons on the left top side of this map. Couple of Marines with Stim. Will be able to take out all. Didn't he spot this pylon as well? No, he didn't see it.
aLive is just going to max out. He is macroed pretty well, and here we are, 17 minutes he is at. And
he had a better economy than Cruncher throughout the entire game, so I can't blame him too much for this. There are 2 ways to deal with Phoenix. Either you sit back, or you attack with a nice timed Stim push, and then you just contain the Protoss, because the Protoss just can't possibly have an army that he can fight you straight up with. But yeah, the first push that aLive made was just too early. He didn't have Stim, so then it's suddenly not all that scary. Then suddenly Phoenix can lift up units as well, and they won't die straight away. But still, man, this is going to be a scary army. It's going to come down to the EMPs, of course. If Cruncher can land those Kree Storms, it's possible.
This is a huge bio ball. Now, there are no Colossi on the map at all, so the Vikings are basically... it's not wasted supply, but it's not the most useful supply in the world. 3-3 already on the way for aLive. Cruncher about to finish up his own No, he's about to finish up his own. Wow, Cruncher has done a great job with the upgrades. 3-3 is going to be done.
3-3 is ready.
That's a great job there by Cruncher.
He's also expanding in the right bottom side of the map. That's what I like. What I don't like, Ben, is that Cruncher plays so extremely blind. He had basically the entire game to get some observers in position, and right now he has absolutely no idea where that army of aLive is. Once more he ended up losing a Phoenix. Now he's finally going to spot this army. It's all going to come down to the Storms. First Storms will do a little bit of damage to the Vikings.
There's a ton of High Templar, Kev. There are 14 High Templar out on the map, and one of them gets sniped. And another one gets sniped. Good feedbacks. EMP lands on a lot of them, but there are so many more High Templar in the back.
Oh, this is a bad engagement for Cruncher, Ben.
No Storms. Finally a Storm goes down. aLive's just going to sit there and take it. And so is Cruncher as aLive just pushes through and is going to crush this Protoss army.
Yeah, this was about as one-sided as it could have possibly gone. That one Storm was nice, but the rest was just poor. It was everything by bit run it in. Now a couple of more Zealots coming in. More Storms going down for Cruncher. He left a lot of High Templars behind. Maybe 1 or 2 more key Storms. No, beautiful pickoff right there by aLive, focusing that High Templar with 200 energy. And Cruncher calls GG. Well, man, that was a little bit anticlimactic.
Yeah. It was.
Cruncher had an army that was capable of fighting the army of aLive. I like aLive's army better, but I wouldn't have said it was absolutely impossible. But he just like that's not a good position to fight for Protoss. You cannot have units coming in from behind. You cannot really spread out the High Templars because the Nexus is there, so everything is already going to be clumped up. Or if you put them like behind the Nexus in different positions, they are going to come via the same route anyway because there's not that much position. So that's not really a position where you want to be in, and that had everything to do with the fact that Crunchy never made any observers. He had 10 minutes to make observers all around the map, and as soon as aLive would walk out, he could have a warp prism somewhere, warp in some units.
He could have had the luxury of having enough vision to get some feedbacks off.
Yeah, and he tried to get feedbacks off, but the best thing always for Protoss is to basically make sure that the fight begins before it really begins. You know, let me drop a storm, let me try to pick up a ghost, let me drop another storm, and then everything comes, then you fight. If the armies just clash straight up, it's often much better for the Terran player.
Yeah, and that was the case there for aLive. It goes 2-0. That last game brought to you by Twitch TV, our streaming partner. Twitch TV and DJ Wheat. DJ Wheat says hi, everybody. He says hi from Sweden, where he's casting DreamHack.
He's probably asleep right now, Ben. I think it's pretty late in DreamHack.
No, DJ Wheat doesn't sleep.
It's 3 a.m. right there now.
That means he's casting StarCraft. It is DreamHack after all.
He's dreaming. Nice, nice. All right, guys, we're going to head over to a small commercial break, and then we'll be right back with Red versus Select. But we did lie once more, Ben, because
Red actually can't finish first in the group.
No.
We were given bad information. I'm sorry. We misspoke.
Red can tie for first place, so that's still very nice. Of course, there's still $150 on the line as well, so that game is far from useless. And Red versus Select, that's sort of a classic as well, Ben.
Yeah. What Red can do is secure second place.
Europe's best against one of North America's best. Well, not like Europe's absolute best player, but like one of the best.
One of the best.
Both champions won quite a few tournaments. Actually,
Select has won.
Actually, they Select back then won the American championships for Blizzard, not this year, but the year before, and Red won the one in European. See, I know I was onto something. I just didn't really put the pieces together. But we have the European champion of last year against the North American champion of last year. All right, guys. So that's gonna be coming up next. $150 on the line, and second place for Red. So we'll be right back.